Guys, Coach Brix with the Coach Brix Show. Hope you're well. This is about injuries, all right? This is for coaches, parents, athletes out there. You know, there's a big rash of increase in injuries. And, I'm just going to get in one topic here because I can go into many different topics of why that is. And we can talk about, the specialization of athletes, too much of one thing, when it comes to specialization, or too much of just doing the thing over and over and over again. It's like driving a car. If I drive it to the same spot every day and never drive it anywhere else, eventually that car adapts to that. And if it has to accelerate, it can have some problems. I remember my grandfather used to do that all the time, where he never, I think, went over 40 miles an hour. When he got to the highway, holy heck, his car had all kind of problems going, trying to accelerate out. So that's one topic. But really what I really want to get into is why we're having so many rash of injuries. I think it's because we don't move enough. We become so sedentary in our lifestyle. And I talked about this in one of my previous shows, on the one about free play and stuff. We don't get out and move enough. And that's why injury rates have just increased dramatically. You could say there's more participation, which I agree with. I think more people, young people, are participating than ever before, especially females. But I really do believe that it's because it's all that we're not moving. So our bodies are breaking down at such an early age. So we're having imbalances coming out. A lot of people complain to me a lot of times when they come in, these young kids, of knee pain, shoulder pain, back pain. And there's really nothing that causes it. They're not getting hit. They're not doing anything out of the ordinary, but they're complaining of knee pain and stuff, and they're complaining of back pain. And then they go see the doctor. The doctor says, well, that's normal. I don't know what really, pain's not really normal. Pain's not a normal thing of life. That means there's a problem going on somewhere that is causing that pain. We just chalk it up to as growing pains. Well, I still, all the research I've done, I don't understand what that means. Pain is not normal. Pain really shouldn't exist unless we actually hurt ourselves doing it. So if your knees just start hurting for no reason, it's because something is going on. Either you're too tight, okay, so the flexibility and mobility, which a lot of cases that's a problem, or you have some imbalances going on. Something's not working correctly. Could be the hips, could be weakness in the hips, so that the knee joint's picking up more stress, the ankle's maybe not working, it's not flexing right, not extending right. There's a ton of different things. But just to chalk it up and just say, well, that's normal, that's not normal. But we've been programmed to think that's what it is, because that's an easy answer. Well, you'll eventually outgrow it. Outgrow what? Outgrow pain? Come on, we got to be smarter than that. Seriously, as a society, we got to start thinking more beyond that, because that's just idiotic. That's really idiotic, in my opinion, of this problem that pain is actually normal. It's not. We didn't, like I tell people in almost all the speeches that I go to, we didn't come out of the womb crying because we hurt. We came out of the womb crying because we might have been cold or hungry or whatever. But we weren't hurt. So if we didn't come out hurting, then why should we hurt at any point? Unless I do something to myself. And I know people say, well, as you get older, you start to break down. Maybe that's true, but not for a 10, 11, 12-year-old. They should not be hurting. But I think a lot of it has to do is because they sit. So certain muscles are getting shrunk because they're not extending like they should. All right, they're not being stretched out every day, not being worked, and not being activated. And now they've actually compressed and have gotten so tight that they're causing problems with other areas. And another thing is, just because your knee hurts, or your ankle hurts, or your hip hurts, whatever, that doesn't mean that's where the problem is. We got to get out of this notion that I'm only going to fix right there. Okay, that's what therapy does. And I'm not knocking it. That's what they're supposed to do, because I used to work in therapy. But if your knee hurts and you go in and say, hey, I have this knee problem, you get a script from your doctor, and I don't even know if you need those anymore, but say you go in, they're going to treat that knee. And they might get you better. I'm not going to lie, and it could be right there. But in most cases, it's coming from someplace else. Some places could be coming from the hip, not being mobile enough. It could be coming from the ankle, not mobile enough. All right, the hip might be too weak. The glutes might be weak, which is a lot of problems there. The posterior chain, which is the back part of the body here, usually weak. So all these things can add up to cause that pain. So if we really want to get down to it, we need to move more. Just movement will help eliminate a lot of the pain. Okay? And then also, we need to figure out where it's not always organized movement. It's just got to get up and just get out. Just get up and start moving. Just get up and have some fun. You know, we become that sedentary lifestyle that the only time, and like I said, I mentioned it earlier in one of my other videos, that the only time we move is during our organized activity. I mean, this goes for adults as well. If you're complaining about back pain when you get out of bed and you don't know how you hurt yourself, you know, you didn't pull the muscle back there, or you didn't, you know, get hit back there, you're not being a good example for your kids. You're not being a good example at all. Actually, you're allowing them to be like, okay, we have pain, that's normal. It's not. Get it out of your head right now. It's not normal. I can tell you, when I have pain, it's on me. There are days that I have back pain, but it's on me, and I know exactly why. I know exactly why. Because I neglected to work my hips, work my glutes, and I neglected big time to stretch out my glutes, stretch out my hips, stretch out those. As soon as I do that, boom, instantly gone. I'm going to go see a doc and pay him $300 just to see me and tell me, you know, you eventually, you know, work out of it or whatever. No, there's a lot of home remedies easily you can do, but a lot of it can be fixed by just getting up and moving. Get up and just get out. You know, if I'm working behind a desk and I'm an adult, get up every 15, 20 minutes. Get up and just stretch, move, get down, give yourself a 2-minute routine to go through maybe some squats, maybe just walking down the hall wherever you're at. Maybe, you know, you're stretching certain body parts out, and you do that every 20 minutes. You watch the difference you have. You'll have more energy, and you'll feel better. So stop neglecting the body. Stop neglecting. It's for all you, coaches, athletes, whatever. Stop neglecting the body. We can watch, and we can probably reduce a lot of these injuries. A lot of these things. I see kids wear knee braces and, you know, elbow braces and things like that. And I'm like, what is that for? Well, my elbow hurts. You're 12 years old. What'd you do? Well, I don't know, you know, I was just throwing one day and it started bothering me. Wow, really? That's not the problem. And then we go and we just put on the elbow thinking that's going to fix the problem. Not. Sorry. You got to look for where the problem's coming from. There's a problem somewhere. It's coming from someplace else. So let's wake up, America. Let's wake up and let's start doing things to help take care of our body, help making us live a healthier lifestyle, but also pain-free lifestyle. Because I know we can do it. We just got to stop being lazy. All right? It's Coach Brix, guys. Stay strong, stay blessed. Remember, greatness never rests.